I spent a lot of time surviving in this hell. I restored land and completed missions, only to lose everything in half a second. One life, no respawns, same rules for the zombies, but if I make a single mistake, my entire save gets deleted.
No, 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 no! Wait! Wait!
I had one simple goal: complete the entire story on one life, so I could finally move on to fully clearing Castle Woods, and it all started with this run.
Crane here. Do you copy?
I killed my first few zombies and unlocked my first safe zone. With the first zone secured, the game tossed me straight into my first real boss fight, against the Reaper. Now, since I've beaten Dying Light more times than I would like to admit, this wasn't too much of a challenge for me. I stayed on his back, constantly targeting his weak spot for critical damage until he finally went down. As you can see, Kyle Crane is casually getting stronger by the second, literally ripping mutants apart with his bare hands. After the fight, I grabbed my first starter items, unlocked my first survivor skills, and prepared for what was coming next. I grabbed the safe landing skill just to be sure I don't die of fall damage. Foreshadowing. With the first boss defeated and our very first safe zone secured for the night, it was time to get back to work. Since I knew the streets would stay clean once cleared, I started systematically wiping out every infected inside. I raided the cellar for high value wine to get that crucial early game cash, but almost paid for it with my life. A small cluster of biters cornered me, and I barely jumped out in time to finish them off. The military armored zombie put up the toughest fight, but after a few clean strikes, he went down too. Instead of showing you another 10 minutes of me running around, let's just add those extra kills to the counter. I pushed straight into the town hall to save the survivors, clearing out the remaining infected before taking on the defect, using my bare fist, because why not? Mid-fight I made a massive mistake. I got knocked down right next to an explosive barrel. It blew up, nearly erasing the entire run in a split second. Operating on a pure panic, I popped beast mode, erased the boss, and survived another near-death experience. After a quick parkour run to reconnect the power cables for the sheriff, night finally fell. This was my very first night on One Life. No revival serum, one mistake, game over. Right after grabbing the walkie-talkie for the main quest, a pack of volatiles spotted me. I sprinted toward the church for my life. I literally have the footage of them leaping at my back, only to get blocked at the last possible frame by the UV lights at the entrance. But the nightmare wasn't over. Inside, a group of virals cornered me and beat me down to literally 0 health. Realizing I couldn't fight them off, I made a split-second decision. I jumped for a ledge and started climbing toward the tower where they couldn't reach me. Clutching that climb on 0 HP was the scariest moment of the run so far. After one final chase through the tunnels, I finished the quest, upgraded my beast abilities, unlocked sprint for faster escapes, and even managed to save a random survivor on my way out. Day 1 survived.
You're a lifesaver. Thank you.
Whoa, this is worthless.
It's less than worthless, my boy.
With the first night survived, I continued my mission, methodically clearing Old Town and securing another safe zone. But then I decided to push my luck and enter a dark zone. Inside, I bumped into my first volatile. I instantly popped beast mode, thinking I could just beat him into submission. Heavy mistake. He hit back way harder than expected, forcing me to retreat on half health. Realizing I couldn't brawl with him, I changed tactics. Threw molotovs, dumped an entire pistol magazine into his face, and finished him off with a grenade. My first volatile kill on One Life. I felt like an absolute god.
I am the danger. I am the one who knocks.
Confident with my kill, I walked up to the second floor, only to see 2 more volatiles staring right at me. Nope, I turned around and walked out with my tail between my legs. To blow off some steam, I cleared a massive horde of infected at the railway station, took a few heavy hits, but survived. It was time for the next major story boss, Mist. A brutal, high damage fight. I clutched it on pure reflexes and took her down first try. Day 5, 23 kilometers covered, nearly 600 infected wiped off the map. I was on top of the world, I felt untouchable. So when I saw a simple military convoy, I popped beast mode just to flex and grab some fast loot. Right as my beast mode expired, I engaged 2 basic biters, just 2. But in a split second, the entire swarm collapsed on me out of nowhere. Before my brain could even register the threat, before my hand could reach a single medical pack, it was over. 1 tapped. 5 days of absolute perfection, 23 kilometers of pure sweat and focus, gone. Erased in half a second. No revival serum, no second chances. Just a cold, silent screen staring back at me, reminding me that arrogance on one life is a death sentence. You would think losing a 5-day save would make me play safer. Absolutely not. My brilliant new plan for round number 2 was to fully clear Recreation Island. First to create an impenetrable safe haven. I spent hours grinding, waited until nightfall to loot the local dark side while avoiding volatiles, and woke up the next morning to finish the job. By the end of it, the entire island was completely purged. I unlocked level 3 skills and felt like an absolute genius. Which brings us to the mission The Beast Within, where I miscalculated a simple roof jump and at night dropped straight into a volatile slab and got instantly deleted. Just picture me falling, screaming and hitting quit to menu. Alright, run number 3. Time to actually focus. I blazed through the tutorial, mated the Reaper once again, and clutched the Beast Within with 0 issues. Everything was going smoothly. I pushed straight into the electrical station mission. Inside the power station, I ran straight into my first exploding infected. Before I could even back up, they were right on top of me. I made a desperate jump for a ledge and started climbing for my life. The blast went off right under my feet, nearly ending the run on the spot. But somehow I survived with a sliver of health. I was halfway through my oxygen bar when I finally turned off the valve. I took a deep breath and started heading back. I squeezed through a narrow breach in the wall only to realize the path out was much longer than I remembered. My oxygen ran completely dry just as I reached the next set of doors. The moment I passed through them, my screen flashed red and my health started melting. I kicked with everything I had toward the surface, literally inches away from breaking the water, and died on the final frame, missed it by a millisecond. At this point, I reached peak embarrassment. There was literally no way I could play any worse, right? I blazed through the early story again, skipped the power plant I just drowned in, and went straight for the electrical substation. The place was packed with infected, so using my 200 IQ tactical brain, I dropped 2 proximity mines to clear the swarm in one go. Great plan. Except I forgot one tiny detail. I was standing right next to them.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Alright, run number 5. I was done making stupid mistakes. I speedran the monastery opening, flattened the Reaper once again, grabbed my gear and immediately veered off the main path for something way more interesting. I went hunting for a legendary secret. First I spotted a note to Harry Potter with a wall marked 9 3/4. Right past it, full on Minecraft blocks that I literally had to mine through. After navigating a hidden maze and clearing out the infected, I unlocked a secret room housing the infamous Golden Train, loaded with solid gold bars and the ultimate prize, the Hand of Glova, a blueprint that lets you blast fire straight out of your bare hands. After grabbing the Easter egg loot, I immediately set up a massive safety net, unlocked nearby safe zones, grabbed my trusty hatchet, Chupaga, and started sniping zombies from the distance. Drove to Old Town, unlocked even more save points, and obliterated the defect boss using just hatchet throws. Restored power to the town hall, hit level 3 and kept the momentum going. Next up, the Beast Within. Almost threw the run to some random hallway biters, but clutched it. Speedrun the Mist boss with my hatchet and Beast mode. Before hitting the main objective, I secured one more save zone and picked up the Killing Streak side quest. The play here was simple: perch safely on a rooftop and chuck hatchet straight into zombie heads for some easy XP. Right after that, I unlocked another key save point, the library tower, which pushed me straight to level 4. Right before heading into the power station, I made one crucial stop. Deep under a bridge, I found a tiny room literally crawling with active landmines. I tiptoed around them, held my breath, and claimed my very first revival serum, my literal second life. Now I finally had a safety net. With my stats upgraded, I moved on to the power plant.
How the hell did you get in here?
I cleared the underwater section with zero issues this time and moved straight to the electrical substation, clearing the area without blowing myself up with proximity mines this time. With my first revival serum tucked safely in my pocket, I kicked off the new strain questline and headed straight for the monument. The enemies here were noticeably higher level, hitting way harder than anything I faced so far, but I dismantled them one by one. After a quick detour to start the water puzzle quest, I refocused on securing the key save zone, needed for the main story, hunting down fuses, restoring power, and locking the area down. I kept building my safety net, capturing 2 more high altitude save points, one up to the highway buses and another atop the towers. Since Baron's soldiers were still way higher level than me, I snuck around their patrols from behind to avoid getting shredded. Naturally, an alarm went off anyway. I had to clear out an entire army of infected, fight through a claustrophobic basement for a gas canister, and head straight to the scrapyard. That's where I faced a brand new boss, the Behemoth. Even though I was a level below him, I chipped away at his massive health bar with my main axe for nearly 3 straight minutes, until he collapsed, unlocking another tier of my beast abilities. Before starting the terrifyingly long Vengeance is Mine mission, I farmed more XP by clearing an endless horde inside the church. For Killing Streak Volume 2. Cleared yet another electrical substation and went to unlock one final save zone nearby. That's when I met the absolute ultimate obstacle, a massive goon stuck in a tiny doorway. He was hitting me so hard I was literally on the verge of death every 2 seconds. I had to pull off this ridiculous rhythm. Hit him, retreat into the house, heal up, step back out, hit him again. Repeating this for minutes until I finally took him down like a full-blown raid boss. Save zone secured, and now I was finally ready for the main quest. Vengeance is mine. I pushed through the mines using some clever shortcuts to skip most of the repetitive parkour. Everything was smooth right until the exit sequence. Out of nowhere, I triggered a pack of volatiles. I got completely body blocked in a narrow tunnel, panicked and barely managed to leap over them, escaping into the daylight with literally 0 HP. My revival serum survived by a millimeter. I finished the quest, turned it in, and I rushed toward the next main quest, Some Like It Dark. Looking at the map, my network of save zones was getting insane. The whole territory was almost completely green. I did Swen's dirty work, cleared out the Baron soldiers, and got rewarded with the ultimate parkour upgrade, the grappling hook. That pushed me straight to level 7, unlocking even more beastly skills. Then came Secrets in the Air. I had to place transmitters on radio towers around the map. During one massive climb, I took a high-speed zipline hundreds of feet up. One misclick or slip here meant instant death, no questions asked. From there, I rushed back to the town hall to defuse the bombs planted underneath. Done it million times, so I cleared them without missing a beat. Instead of grinding out more levels, I went straight for the Toxic Relationships quest, to fight a brand new threat, the Toxic Boss. He was extremely annoying, jumping all over the place, but after chasing him down for a few minutes, I beat him into the ground. I captured another electrical substation right after, finally hitting level 8. My character was fully maxed out, the map was covered in safe havens, and I was on the home stretch to finish the game. We were entering the endgame. I breezed through schools out, saved Camilo, and melted the matriarch boss on my very first try. Even the invisible volatile in the One Flew Over the Volatile Nest quest stood zero chance against me. I was feeling completely unstoppable. Even took on an 11th level Colossus, while being only level 9. It was a brutal, time-consuming grind, and I nearly died a few times, but I dragged him down, all without losing a single revival serum. Then came a random electrical substation. Simple enough, right? Wrong! Out of nowhere, a toxic projectile literally hit me through a solid wall. The pool of acid ticked my health away before I could even jump out. Just like that, my first revival serum was gone. Furious, I popped beast mode, ripped every single infected in that building to shreds, and immediately scrambled for the backup plan. I couldn't risk finishing the game without a safety net. I rushed to a mine near the Vengeance's mine location, triggered the elevator alarm, and fought off a massive swarm. My reward? UV bars, supplies, and most importantly, my second revival serum. The run was saved, or so I thought. I charged into the final quest line at the mental asylum. Victory was right at my fingertips, but during a simple interaction to shut off a gas valve, I took a heavy hit and lost my second revival serum. Now I was on absolute zero margin for error. I pushed forward on pure adrenaline, destroying mortars, killing Baron troops. Then while clearing gas grenades for the final stretch, a couple of basic biters swarmed me. My screen turned red, my health dropped to 0, and the run ended right on the finish line. Well, that hurt. If you enjoyed my pain and want to see another one live attempt, leave a comment down below, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next run.